Welcome to some One Piece action. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. All right, so we're cleaning out the closet with some last bit of footage from this purple Katakuri build. The next time you see this, it's going to be an updated build. Yeah, we went into deck creation overdrive. Now, like I said, it's going to be a bunch of test plays to make sure these things function well, and hopefully we get lucky where it's like running perfect on the first go. And first go doesn't literally mean one game, but you know. Anyway, what you call it? So yes, just getting out some content, but soon we should just have like fingers crossed if everything works out well and schedules as well, and because we work and stuff like that, adult life doesn't stop. We should just be having like a different leader every day, at that point. And fun fact, surprisingly, we was able to come up with 4 builds for Blue Crocodile. Now they mirror each other, in most ways, but they have enough of a different flavor, so it's kind of funny. It's all about endgame. I feel like Blue Croc is all about an endgame, and wow, this is going to be an intense amount of ramp, because we played that Bon Clay and we got 2 put-ins on the board, so the moment we swing, oh, interesting, smart, so that way we can just swing at lead. Oh yeah, there you go. Either swing at lead if you let it go, or just swing at it, and now he doesn't gain any resource from life. And we're back on track. Yeah, so when it comes to Blue Crocodile, it's about the end game, your end condition, and we was able to create a couple of interesting end game conditions. Now, like, well, we gotta see how well the deck flows. We gotta see how effective the combination of these cards are, of course. But to think, like, literally, Blue Crocodile suffers from just being one of the first leaders, and if he was to come out today, I promise you, he's probably not even gonna have a non-negative effect. It'll probably be return a Baroque Works character to your hand, return a 5 or less to your opponent's hand. It'll probably be something like that, or if they see that that bounce isn't that strong, then they'll probably just say return a character card rather than locking it into Baroque Works. It'd probably just be return a character card. I can no longer see them making him do Don minus. At one point, I can see them making it Don -2, forcing players to just kind of commit to your 10 Don state, right? Unless you felt like you have to use it before then. But now they probably wouldn't even bother putting Don minus on a blue card. They probably wouldn't even bother. But anyway, back on track. Yeah, it's all about your end game condition, and it was just like, wait a minute, this is a pretty good one. Wait a minute, this is, oh snap, this is a cool combo. So I'm just hoping that there's going to be some real effectiveness behind that. It looks fun. It almost looks a little cracked out. There's one that I just stumbled across by accident, so I'm really hoping it works out. I'm just excited. I'm hoping it works out. Yeah. Woo! Just thinking about it sounds the play sounds very dramatic. Anyway, but yes, so this Katakuri, this was I felt like this is the build that most people tunnel vision on. Most people get caught and get trapped up in making, where it's just too much ramp. You don't need that much ramp. Especially because, like, when you get to your 10 Don state, and I mentioned this before, so sorry that I'm, what does it call it? Broken record, and the other one is like beating a dead horse. Who came up with that? That sounds so wild. Like, was somebody really out in the streets beating on a dead horse? Ridiculous, right? Anyway, yeah, once you get to your 10 Don state, a lot of the cards that would help sustain you they just become worthless, you know. So like right now we're at a 10 Dawn state. What do we need these puddings for? Especially since it's not even going to be active Dawn, it's going to be rested. So these puddings, I mean, in order to gain any value out of them at this point, we definitely, well, in this specific circumstance, yeah, we can just start swinging puddings into these low drops. But outside of this circumstance, we would have to, you know, at best start swinging at lead with the puddings. I mean, pudding being 4K is also great though. Like, it's just one Dawn swing at lead, one Dawn swing at lead. So it's not too bad. 4K is a nice stat line for pudding to not be a dead card. Yeah, we're at 1 life. It's good that you didn't swing with that blocker. Well, it's funny, you could have swung with the blocker now that I think about it. You could have swung with the blocker, put Dawn on pudding, swung with pudding. That probably would have put Koby in a more compromising position because it would have been more attacks. Oh, we're swinging with the blocker anyway. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. We're swinging with the blocker anyway. So the reason why I was saying what I was saying is because, oh no, we could have used the Pero. Well, it doesn't matter. The Pero would give us an active Dawn, but we can't use the active Dawn. So yeah, that Katakuri is going to allow us to, what? We didn't restand the blocker? Oh, right. It's 3 or more. 3 or more. Look at me failing. And mind you, I had to remember, I can't see that text. That text is too small. When I upgrade my equipment on my end, because yeah, I'll have a bigger monitor going on. Right now I'm using my phone. Cat's out of the bag. This Koby player, I've heard how effective it is. Oh, dag, that's 11. And then, yeah, we don't have the little blocker to intercept this. Wow, that must burn a bit. We definitely, yeah, you could let that go. We definitely needed exactly 2 2Ks. And given, wow, that's just luck. That's sheer luck right now. Interesting. Okay. Because we have nothing else. And as well, granted, lucky for us, we top decked an 8 drop. But boy, was we really in a bad position there. Probably should be looking to cycle that card out. Now that I think about it, we probably should just use the 2 Dawn and just have 3 swings. Or, oh, not simply 3. We could have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings. That would have been pretty devastating in itself. Block 2K. Wow. Doesn't have 2Ks? That's kind of telling. Because there's no reason to not block and then just 2K. No reason. That's crazy. I'm hoping player hovers over that Helmeppo. I'm kind of curious what its attack strength is. Oh, okay. They just understandable. Is Helmeppo? Ah, I missed it. Okay, because there was that play where they put 2 Dawn on Helmeppo and they didn't attack. I mean, granted, they don't know what's in our hand, but I'm like, if they attacked, if they attacked Katakuri, that would have been so bad for us. Top deck and another one was just luck at that point. Oh, Yamato using the new starter deck cards. So I think they got to get us to 3 life in order to use that leader ability. Well, that's a pretty... I mean, outside of potential cards that rest, that's a pretty safe play, because I don't think Yamato would be playing anything... Oh, that's strong. I would block. Yeah, that's banish. I don't think Yamato would play anything that would get rid of that Katakuri. So when we trigger its ability, it's basically just going to be free. Instead of like 2 Don and play, it's no Don and play. You gotta love 1-drop blockers. I remember where they were just overbalancing these things, either not printing them or giving them like the doo-dooist 1-drop blocker if you minus a Don. Comes a 1-drop blocker if whatever the heck. Now they're more practical. They're just coming out more practical. So that's just, to me, that's a really good thing. I'm surprised we didn't just block. That would have saved so many cards in our hand. Right now, we do have an advantage here by staying at 5 life. If we're swinging at their leader, any of their triggers would just not work. That's a lot of Dawn. Okay, I think we're not swinging with what you call it, that 2-drop Katakuri. I was like, oh, why don't you just split the Dawn up and just like swing. But okay, makes sense. Oh, they did have something. That's annoying. That was going to be a super advantageous play. Oh, that Rush Big Mom. That Rush Big... Yeah, see, right now it would have been like, maybe put some Dawn swing or just get the 8-drop out. Oh, well, we still got... We end up having another 2-drop in our hand, so that's kind of funny. Swing at character? No, that's Kikanojo. That would just give them another life. Well, we know they're getting a Kikanojo. Man, this is scary. We're not doing great with counter power, but luckily we got 2 blockers. And our leader ability can help sustain us a little bit. Oh, well, they lost a 2K. But if they play that, they're probably going to pop our blocker. Okay, they didn't play it. Might as well use the blocker now, because they kind of telegraphed what's in their hand. That 1-drop is going to get popped. Okay. Okay. Well, if they swing again, we use the 1-drop. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to have to... Oh, do we need it now? Okay, I respect this. Because it's, what you call it, if we end up using Big Mom's ability to buff Katakuri, and if we also end up using Katakuri's ability, this can help ramp us back into the game. They might take and then block the next one. potentially. Okay, so they're blocking this one. Smart. Then just take that off the board. Because, you know, our event is going to help us out no matter what. They got plenty of targets that's worth popping if we need to. They should turn Izo into a blocker. They should be looking to do that. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Decisions. It might be okay. Yeah, it might be okay to take this and then try to protect yourself from the next set of attacks. Let's see what they do. They really should give themselves a blocker. But if they're greedy, what are they going to try to push for game? Okay. I think they're giving themselves that blocker. Well, that's funny. So we should probably just... Oh, yeah, you got to get rid of the blocker, right? Okay. Go ahead, do your thing. Because I was thinking to myself, like, if we keep Big Mom active... I mean, not keep Big Mom active. If we attack, and then play our 10-drop Big Mom, then boom. Like, they only got 3 life, right? And if they protect themselves from one of the swings, there's no way they're going to be able to protect that but it doesn't matter. It's not like it played out that way anyway, so. Yep, giant swing. They should take that. And then unless they got some events, this should be game. They did have events, but that was not going to help them. All right. The boogeyman of the meta. I think that's fair. This is the boogeyman of the meta. A hyper consistent deck. You know what's so funny? For the longest, I want to say Bandai was trying to make sure there was no decks weren't too consistent. But like they wanted the game to be a top deck game. Like, and how I feel, it's like super traditional card game. You know, it's like you got to top deck all the cards you're looking for. Search cards are literally top 5, top 4, or top 3. And top 3 has to be like the dookiest type of search engine. It's like top 3. Are you serious? The only thing close to that is this top card. That's Yuta. But that's like a leader ability that you could just spam. So that's completely different. But like for real though. For real. Top 3? Like, why am I a 2-drop looking at the top 3? Doesn't make any sense. If anything, the accessibility of a 1-drop should look at top 3, which they do have. They have a Rebecca like that. And then when you get to your 2-drops or 3-drops even, then you're looking at the top 5. That would make more sense in terms of balance. But that doesn't matter. Just the overall, they didn't want this game to be too consistent and create shenanigans like this leader over here. Just, I've never seen 9-drop Sanji just have so much value, because all these hits it's catching. Bow, bow, bow. Toxic. Yeah, so they end up making the thing that they kept trying to avoid, is what I'm basically saying. They kept trying to avoid this level of consistency, and they ended up just saying, F it. We're just going to put this in the leader ability and see what happens. I mean, when you think about Sakazuki, when you think about how consistent Sakazuki was, and that was the creepiest level of consistency, because that just shows the power of blue and black. But yeah, just super consistent deck off of a cycle 1 card. Draw, discard, draw 1, discard. That's it. That's all you needed, and all of a sudden this deck was just terrorizing people. We got a double summon play. It's so funny to live in a world where that Basil Hawkins is relevant. Now, because there's more value in purple and stuff like that, you find some funny ramp cards being played, where once upon a time, they would just never see play. You know, it's a funny card that probably can't see play because of its value. Is Baroque Bomber. And they literally just made the same card, but as a 5-drop version. And it's like, it's more accessible. That one Don means everything. And it's probably more has to do with the curve of the game. It's like, you more so have to be on the odd curve, which is probably what Baroque Bomber is for. You probably have to be on the odd curve. If they're on curve and they drop a 6, you play it on your 7 Don turn, go to 8 and get rid of their 6. So it's like they lost. It's like they lose out on a turn. You just pop their curve. Now you're on 8 and you're gonna hit 10 Don state before them. So I feel like that's what Baroque Bomber was supposed to be. When you're on your 7 Don state, you pop whatever's on their board so you can hit 10 instead of 9. But that's just a theory. Again, let me stop. The early days of it's not even the early days of YouTube, to be honest, but just the once upon a time of gaming YouTube content. Almost feel like the heyday. Now you got a lot of brain rot content is how I feel, but that could just be the old man talking. Not interesting. Oh, I was confused for a second. I was like, how the fuck they get all Katakuri? What the heck? How do you do that? And then it's like, wait a minute. No, they didn't take our card. They just play that card. This is why 12Ks are important. We don't need you no more. We stand. Now we got 2 blockers. 3 blockers actually, but 2 easy chump blockers that we don't have to worry about. A nice amount of counter power in our hand and 3 life cards. We have a 12K on the board that they're not going to get to swing on. So they're literally going to need a red rock to take it off the board. If they don't take that 12K off the board, they're in trouble. Yeah, they're in trouble. Thank God, black is the only color that has cost reduction. Because, well, you know it's weird. Purple was supposed to have a little bit of everybody's type. Because you're negative, you know, you're losing Dawn in order to do that. That was my theory. You know, purple has bottom deck cards. Purple has power reduction cards. Purple has power pump cards. Purple has... There's a card that adds to cost, right? But they don't have cost like subtraction. I'm surprised they didn't create that. Yeah, I said, did I say bottom deck? And do they have bounce? They have rest. I don't think they have bounce. But anyway, if he was able to like cost reduce and then just gravity tiger us or something insane like that, ugh, make my stomach sick. Okay, we decided to take the damage and we end up having the Katakuri play again, which is pretty cool. We end up drawing into a search card, which is also pretty cool. So that can allow us to just find either more counter power if we want to, or I would say maybe another 10 drop. Because the way the game state is, if he can't like fish for another Big Mom or something to help keep him in the game, he's probably gonna lose. He needs, like, first he would have to get something and take those blockers off the board. And if it's a gravity tiger, you just ate up 7 Dawn, right? Because nobody plays those cards that gets rid of low drops. They're just not worth playing until we reach the meta where low drops are seeing lots of play. Nobody's touching those cards that just gets rid of 1s and 2s. So with that being said, he would have to Gravity Tiger 2 of our 1-drops, eats up 7 of his Dawn, and then it gives us a chance with all this counter power in our hand. It gives us a chance to like block and counter out of things. Interesting. I'm really surprised we didn't keep 1 so we could have try to add another card to our hand. Like, what's the point? You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool that I don't know. I feel like you would have got the same result anyway. But yeah, it would have been way better to fish for something. But the game might be over because they have no blockers. They have to play blockers. They only got 3 cards in their hand. So this game might be over. That's like the fun part about top-heavy decks. It's just like, I might have mentioned in a different video that I kind of low-key hate that this is what the game has become. It's just like, find a deck that allows you to just pour the most high drops, because it comes off a little derpy to me. It's just like this. To me, there's more strategy in having to mix it up with like mid-game cards. You know, you're in the late game, but thank God you top deck the 3-drop that has the 5k power so you can start swinging and da. We don't have that. It's just literally freaking 10-drop, 10-drop, 9-drop, 9-drop, 10-drop, 8-drop, 8-drop, like whatever the deck holds. It's just, let's play the biggest bodies over and over again. So yeah, I'm not quite a fan of that. Just feel like it takes away from the game a bit. But it's better to, I ain't gonna lie, I would rather this than toxic levels of board removal. Because toxic level of board removal, you're not getting to play. That's a whole different experience. You don't get to enjoy the game. You don't get to play. You know? At least you could just like be like, damn, they just spamming these high drops. Like, at least you can do that and then think to yourself, okay, I take this, I counter out of that. I'm going to Dawn stack, swing real heavy, make sure I take this off the board. At least you can try to play the game and think of what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But in a board removal meta, like with toxic levels of board removal, you don't get that experience. Your experience is, I put a card in play, they take it off the board. Ooh, tight. That has to be extremely infuriating. And we just got more Usohachis in our hand. I hope we play that search card so we can pluck something more valuable, especially since we literally don't have any life cards right now. The shenanigans. The Luffy shenanigans. Look at all the cards in that hand. This is crazy. And to be honest, it's still worth going for lead because lead is 6k. These characters are 9,000, unless you go for Nami, if anything. But these characters are 9,000. This forces the opponent to just chuck cards out of their hand. So unless their hand gets thinned, it's not safe to attack their board, because it'll just be easier for him to protect those characters. Okay, he's thinking, so whatever it is, it must be a struggle at this point. Oh, he probably didn't want to get rid of that Sanji. I mean, your board is plentiful already, so who cares? You wouldn't have needed that Sanji. Yes, finally the hand looks thinner. About to just low-key swing with lead to poke one more card out their hand. Okay, just a plain 8 swing. Yeah, the other scary factor is if the game doesn't close now, there's like probably no winning. Wow, okay. Here we go. This should be the game. Because they don't got no cards left. G? Aji.